What I believe. Now, when it comes to God, I'm a bit of a stickler for what I believe. People like to impose what my beliefs are. They like to say, you don't believe anything. You don't believe in God. You don't believe, what I don't believe. And frankly, they're all wrong. Well, pretty much all wrong. I'm sure there's occasionally when somebody's not quite wrong, but mostly wrong. But what I believe about God is irrelevant. Because when it comes to God, it's not what I believe, it's what I think. Now, people like to say, you're practically religious in your beliefs about God. It's like, well, no, I'm not really religious, because religious is belief about the supernatural, which I don't believe in the supernatural. So that right there disqualifies me from being religious. But where it comes to God, I kind of actually would like to believe in gods. Not so much the Christian God. I mean, any God that has been created by man has been, well, not any of them. Some of the Roman gods are pretty cool. I like Thor a lot. But I kind of like the idea of a god. I like the idea of the supernatural. I think it would be kind of cool to have magic. It appeals to my childlike nature. Did you know I have a childlike nature? Anyways, I kind of like the idea of a god. A super being of sorts. Something that could move planets. That's kind of cool. But it doesn't make any sense. I see no reason to think there are any gods. Logically, there's nothing to show there's a God. There's no evidence. There's only what we perceive to be reasons for God. And by we, I mean religious people who think there are gods, not me. Religious people like to see what they like to see. They want there to be a God, so they see God. People who like Bigfoot, they see Bigfoot. They walk in the woods, they see a broken branch. That's a sign of Bigfoot. Bigfoot exists because here's evidence of broken branch. And that's pretty much what God is. It's seeing something and saying, that's God. There's the proof. The broken branch is the proof of God. And that's not proof of anything. That's just a broken branch. But people want it to be proof, and so they think it is proof, and then they argue it is proof, and that's belief. Belief and faith. Let's talk a minute about faith. Now, let's say blind faith and make fun of people with faith, and faith is trust. Let's be honest about it. And Ray Comfort, he likes to say, do you have faith in your wife? You have faith. It's like, well, do I have faith in my wife? Do I have trust in my wife? I trust my wife. Therefore, I have faith in her. But do I have faith that there's a God? Do I trust that there's a God? Well, there's no reason to trust there's a God. There's no reason to trust the stories in the Bible are true. There's no reason to trust the stories of Jesus are true. So, faith as trust, sure, I have faith. But faith as religious faith, trust in something that has no legitimate reason to be trusted, no, I don't have that kind of faith. And anyone who claims I do have faith is talking about that kind of faith. And Ray Comfort tries to twist shit around and make it sound like you're religious when you're not. And that's what a lot of theists do. They try to twist things around and make it sound like you are something that you're not. I am not a believer. I don't say I don't believe in God. I don't argue that there is no God. I like the idea of a God. Not the Christian God. That God's an asshole. But the idea of magic is pretty cool. And I like the idea. I would like to believe. But I can't believe. Because there's no reason to believe. I'm not a believer. I don't have faith when it comes to religion or gods. Not because I don't want to, but because I have no reason to. So, if you're going to call me a believer, you're going to get this argument. In fact, I'm going to send you this video and say, see, I told you I'm not a believer. And that's where I stand on belief. I don't believe it when it comes to God.